Hey everyone, this is Masala Relationship YouTube channel. Welcome. All right, guys, so I thought it would be very interesting today if we discussed the adjustments that, or a few adjustments, or just talk about adjustments in general. Because me and my husband are in an intercultural relationship, and you have probably seen or skimmed through some of our videos about how we met and dating and how we were together for 2 months and then married. And you probably skimmed through, maybe you saw our wedding video in India and all that fun stuff. I hope you did. I hope you skimmed through and saw that. So at this point, let's talk about adjustments when you're in an intercultural relationship. So when you're in an intercultural relationship, that's just it. You're bringing two different cultures into one place, which is a beautiful thing, okay? Beautiful thing. All right. So let's talk about it though. So just to be real and raw, me and my husband are both stubborn-headed. We're both passionate, fiery, fierce about something that we love, okay? We both have a lot of fun things in common. And with that, there's the culture part. So I loved the Indian culture and Indian ways, and I embraced a lot of things. And my husband also has embraced a lot of the American ways and US ways, as he has been here in the US for a while, for 7 years now. So we both embraced and adjusted to, things in each other's culture, okay? Now, for the most part at our house, mostly it's American culture, but then also a huge portion of it, it's 50-50, is Indian culture. During the weekdays, my husband and I will have American dishes. And then sometimes, it depends on how we're feeling, we'll have Indian dishes throughout the week. But on the weekends, my husband throws down. He makes some chicken biryani. I'm just throwing some dishes out there, coconut rice, chicken curry, papu with chicken fry. I mean, we throw down and we have some nice Indian dishes, okay? And then also, for those of you who don't know, I have a TikTok profile, and I am in the process of just having fun and enjoying and learning Telugu, which is my husband's mother tongue. He's from South India and he speaks Telugu. And so I've just made it fun if you don't know. So I'm trying to help you understand that we've both embraced 50-50 things about each other's culture, okay? Ways about each other's culture, things. With that also comes things you're just not going to embrace. It just doesn't set with you. It's just not part of who you are, but yet it's coming into this relationship because of the person that you love is from a different place. So there we have to, have adjustment. We have to maybe come to a middle ground, or, figure out something about it, right? So let me just be raw and real, when me and my husband are trying to figure out how to adjust to a situation, we're both stubborn-headed. We do fight, sometimes it's for a day, for a couple days, and we just express ourselves and we get everything we want to say out, how we feel about it. And then we'll come back together and we'll say, okay, let's just, it's fine, it's okay. Or we'll find a solution, either we'll just compromise with that other person and we'll just embrace who they are and embrace that part of their being and what they're doing that maybe we don't agree with, that's from that, the other culture. Or we do come to a solution about it. We say, okay, well, blah, 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 right? You gotta do something about it. Or this does happen to us if we don't, and we decide at the moment that it's just not a healthy, because you can get into big fights about cultural things, because here's the thing, maybe you do something a certain way, okay? And because you're from two different cultures, he does something I'm just throwing this out there. Maybe your husband does something or your wife does something way out of the way. That is just not even how you do it at all. Totally opposite. That's what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about adjustments, I'm talking about totally opposite things, like 100%. Compromising, having to adjust, or just fighting over it, and then just, you've got to express how you feel about it. You've got to get it out. You've got to, and then you got to come back together. Now, something we struggle with sometimes is we do end up sweeping stuff under the carpet, under the rug, as the saying goes, and it does fester, and it just turns into something big. And then, now that happens when you're married, or if you're in a relationship, then you have to deal with it, then you have to face it. So I just wanted to be raw and real and come on and just talk about, when you're in an intercultural relationship, even an interracial relationship. I know that can be different because maybe the other person's, family that's of another race might have a different cultural way about how they do things. So, it goes both ways. So there is a lot of adjustments that have to be made, and the key when you end up in an intercultural relationship, because you fell in love with someone who was from a different culture or different race, whatever it may be, or from a different country, whatever it is, there's always going to be things that you've got to, well, first of all, you've got to have love for each other, right? You fell in love with each other, right? That's it. It's got to be strong. It's got to be passionate. It's got to be there, because I'm going to tell you what, when you get into intercultural or interracial relationship, people don't talk about it, but there's going to be some throwdown fights. I mean, there's going to be some times where you're going to say, this is not how I do this. Like, this is literally like, I don't understand what you're even doing. Like, there is some literally 100% different things on both sides. So yes, just to come on and be raw and real, and probably have a lot of people wondering, like, how do you handle this? How do you work through this? How do you, can I just say one thing? I keep saying, you guys forgive me. I tend to do that, and I don't realize I'm doing it a lot, but I don't want to go back and just edit the whole video because I keep saying, that's who I am, and that's something that I don't realize I do. So if you see me saying that, you can comment on a video and just remind me, hey, you're saying again and you forgot. Okay, guys, I will try to watch that right now. So moving on. Yeah. There was a lot of, questions, I'm sure, because I know that a lot of Americans, I know that a lot of Indian, bred in India, my husband was literally raised in India, literally, so, he's immersed in that, and then he comes to the U.S., so you can imagine. And then I am immersed in America, raised in America, you can imagine, right? So I've had a lot of friends and family from India. Everybody in India is, in our family, has been sweethearts and accepting. They just took me in, they accepted me. Both sides of our family were nice to each other. We're all sweethearts, and everybody only has good things to say about each other or good ways to act toward each other. And that, I think everybody should know that, because that's probably a big question as well. But a lot of, friends, Indian friends, or just people reaching out, because we do have other social media platforms, saying, I'm just interested, how are you doing that? We've had to work through a lot, and to be raw and real, sometimes we got to throw down and we got to talk about it, and then I have to adjust to his ways, and I have to understand his ways, or he's got to pause and he's got to adjust to my ways. But to be raw and real, yeah, we're both stubborn, and we throw down sometimes, I'm not talking about fist fighting, I'm talking about we tell each other how we're feeling about stuff, we get it out, and then we come together a couple hours later and we discuss how we want to go about it, and like I said, sometimes we do struggle with sweeping it under the carpet, and then it festers up, and then I'm usually the one who explodes guilty of that because, you know, we're, as females, yeah, we tend to be the yellers and but in any case, yeah, so let me think of a couple of examples. Because maybe some people might be just only American and they don't understand what I mean. So, huge differences. My husband, when we first married, ate with his hands. That is something that I just immediately accepted. I thought that was cool. I thought it was beautiful. I thought, gosh, this is like something beautiful for your soul. You can feel the food, you can eat it. You know, I accepted that. Most people may not. I adjusted to that immediately. I took that in. So we eat with our hands when we're eating Indian dishes. Other things, taking a shower. Now, this is a struggle and a difference we still have. My husband was raised to scrub with the bar of soap every single inch of his body. I'm talking like scrubbing. Guys, literally, I'm talking scrubbing. I'm not exaggerating. The bottom of his feet, his whole legs, scrubbing all the way. I don't know how he reaches his back. So he like says that I don't take a bath properly because I don't like scrub with the bar soap on. So that is something that we have a difference in, that we you know, so I'm just throwing that out there. Just some things, you know, other things I adjusted to. Eating Indian food more. So I'm giving you some things that we've adjusted to and things we have not adjusted to that we have our own viewpoint about, and we just decided to come to a middle ground. So the bath soap part, oh gosh, you guys don't know about that. Oh gosh. Okay. Backing up, I'm a woman and we tend to rabbit trail. Okay. When we first married, I was all like organic. Like, you guys don't freak out. Please don't say I'm gross. Actually believed in not using any chemicals on my body. So I would not use a bar of soap. Please, I know that's crazy and you're judging me. I would only use extremely hot water to take a shower or bath because I was afraid of chemicals. Okay, like I was just this like into this stuff. Anyways, okay, a compromise I made. I forgot to tell you that. So me and my husband are at the standoff. Like, you don't know how to take a bath properly. He's scrubbing himself with a bar of soap and he's telling me, you know, and I'm like, okay. So I compromised and I started using a bar of soap, even though I didn't believe in chemicals. Now they do have natural bars, so I've actually got me some of those. Anyway, so I did compromise, but we also we came to a middle ground just to think, okay, we just do it differently. But I chose to use bar soap. So anyway, guys, listen, that probably sounds gross, but you just had to have known me. I was all into natural stuff and just afraid of chemicals. So just some things I embraced, you know, using the bar of soap. Only Indians know what I'm talking about, guys. Listen, don't make fun, don't judge me. Okay, using my hands when I'm eating more Indian food, learning how to make the Indian dishes. I'm learning my husband's language right now in the process of that. But yeah, I mean, we tend to come to some standoffs every now and then, but you know, a lot of people ask, honestly, the centerpiece that you have to have in an intercultural, interracial, I cannot talk, guys, I'm sorry. You have to have love. It has to be passionate and fiery, and it has to exceed any bounds. And that is the key. Like literally, it's got to be this cute, mushy love that even through the, you know, when you get out of the honeymoon phase, you know, and you're in this hard time and you now you have kids and whatever it is, it's got to be this cute, deep, passionate, mushy love that no matter what cultural difference or what standoff you're having or what fight, you know, that you can come back together and say, okay, how can we adjust to this? How can we, you know, what can we do about this? All right, listen, guys, I hope you enjoyed my raw, real talk about adjustments in intercultural, interracial, you know, relationship or marriage. Listen, comment, like, subscribe, share. And if you have a story that you want to share to me about your intercultural, interracial relationship, please do that. I am so interested. All right, guys. Thanks. Until next time.